Hey everyone, welcome back to Coffee with Crainer. It's been a while, and I'm so excited to have Carson Janik on the show. Tecumseh's own country music star. He's on Sirius XM. He's been doing it for quite a bit. You'll see him perform locally, all around the area, and across Canada, and I believe sometimes in the U.S. Carson.
Yeah, that's correct.
Awesome. So before we jump into learning more about you, where is your favorite place for coffee, if you drink coffee?
Oh, see, we're already getting off to a interesting start. I don't drink coffee, but I do drink tea.
Okay.
Big tea guy. Earl Grey is probably my go-to. Any green tea is good. But yeah, just good old Tim's. I mean, you can't beat Tim's.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's usually my go-to as well. They got some new stuff coming out, which is nice. How'd you get started in music?
My family is pretty musically inclined. So my uncle is a touring musician for most of his life. My dad's a drummer. Grandfather plays trumpet. Like, I've got cousins who sing opera. So really, like, every shade of music. There's different genres and different styles in my family. So it was a really easy environment to grow up pursuing music into, and having the support from a whole bunch of different musicians. It really helped.
And was your family in the country scene at all, or more classical?
Yeah, so I was the first to like ever do the country stuff. Like, I had not even listened to it growing up. Like, I first listened to it when I was in high school. So it was I was more into like the pop, like Bruno Mars, Shawn Mendes stuff, which that was popular at the time, right? Like a decade ago. So now it's kind of shifted to the country way.
Yeah, and when did you first, I guess, pick up the guitar and the mic?
The guitar would have been, oh geez, I would have been like 11 or 10 doing that.
Hmm.
And I started off doing like the classical Royal Conservatory piano stuff.
Okay.
Uh, when I was like, oh gosh, I would have started that when I was like 5 or 6, like just learning the piano and then get to sing. I was singing all my life. As soon as I can talk, my parents said I was singing, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so guitar was the last instrument that I picked up, and it's my most frequent now, which is fun.
And you have some songs that have hit millions of streams, which is quite cool, and really a great start to your music career. And I would imagine for you, it's something that you want to pursue like lifelong.
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
in it for
Yeah,
the long haul.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is my one love is music, right? It's what I want to do for the rest of my life, and
Yeah.
yeah, I don't plan on retiring. It's funny, my uncle says the same thing. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to slow down," and then he books like 5 gigs a week, and I'm like, you can't. If you love it, like you'll never want to stop. So
Hmm.
that's
And,
music.
and for you, has there been a favorite show that you performed at? Something close to your heart?
I think getting the opportunity to perform at Caesars Windsor at the Coliseum was
Hmm.
definitely like a full circle moment. Like watching concerts there growing up, and then getting to share the stage with like big country artists was, kind of a pinch me moment. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was really cool.
And who are some of the artists you've shared the stage with?
Dylan Scott and Midland.
Amazing. What was that experience like?
It's crazy, like just seeing the whole operation go down, and you get a glimpse of it when you're on the road doing your own thing, but like
Hmm.
when these guys who are like they're the top dogs of the country music industry, and they got a whole system going on, and it's crazy. And we got to meet the band members and all that stuff, and everybody's just so cool and down to earth. It was a lot of fun.
Are there anything like specific things from watching their performance or seeing behind the scenes that perhaps you're looking to implement on your side of the business?
Oh, that's a great question. I think what they do, they got a lot of production that goes behind it, um,
Hmm.
which really like elevates the show. with the lights, the specific song choices, like the roller coaster of the set, stuff like that. Like especially when Dylan Scott, he's got 30 originals opposed to me, I got 10, right? Like you have more segue to do your own thing and kind of create your own set and sound. So I think that's probably the next step.
More singles. Obviously that's it's tough to come out with that hit, right? So where do you get your inspiration for the music that you're producing?
Honestly, just like listening to a whole bunch of music, all types of genres. I think that the way country music is going, it's the country music that is being put out now is a lot written like pop music in the sense of kind of like the melodies and production style. Not so much the lyrics, but because I feel like that's sacred. You can't really. Country music is known for the lyrics and the stories and stuff like that. But I think that something that benefits me with having the pop background is a lot of the way that country music is going in the modern kind of way, where there's a whole bunch of genres, like Post Malone's doing country music now. So it's like there's a whole bunch of stuff that's coming into the genre that's making it a little more mainstream. And I think that's definitely something I try to pick up on.
And do you produce locally? Is that something you do on your own? How does that side work?
So I go out to Vancouver to record and produce with two guys. They go under the Renaissance. So they've worked with a few other country acts. Zach McPhee, he won the Sirius XM Top of the Country competition. Just a whole bunch of great artists. And I flew out there to record Summertime and Choked Up in November. And it's nice because I've got family in Vancouver. So it's like 30 minutes from their studio. So I bunk with them, and then I drive to the studio in the morning and get the work done.
How did you find those guys?
Just like mutual connections, through like listen to their music, and it's great, and love to work with them, and kind of got the shot through the DM, and that's how it went.
And so right now you're still independent, correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you prefer that? Because I know there's some musicians that I've spoken to on this podcast that want to stay the independent route, and some that are looking to get signed with the label in the future. What's your take on it?
There's pros and cons to each side. I think independent artists now more than ever have a lot of resources to kind of do a lot of the things that labels provided back in the day, whether or not it was marketing. I mean, even money, where it's like if you're an independent artist, you're going to be getting 100% of the pie, right? So if you're building something that has momentum and you're independent, a lot of times it's better off to stay that way. But, in the same breath, there are a lot of doors that record labels, management, et cetera, they can open. That's the trade-off, is connections, like with almost everything in business and music. Business. Connections are very important. So I think either way you look, there are pros and cons, and I'm kind of open to everything.
Okay. No, that's fair. And growing up, like for you, was there anyone in the music industry that you've looked up to, artists specifically? You said you had a lot of people in your family that are quite connected.
Yeah. I mean, on the worldwide stage, Mariana's Trench was the first band that I saw live, and they're Canadian. And that was just, I don't know.
At the WFCU Center?
Yeah, that was my very first. Yeah. And Down with Webster opened for them, and I still see them a few times. I try to get out to see them a few times a year. And it's crazy. Like, they're so good, so talented. It's like, it's a different energy than country music, right? And something that I try to incorporate in my live show is like high energy. So like I really try and take a bit of that piece of my musical background into what I do now.
Mm-hmm. And how do you create, high energy atmosphere? Because it can be difficult sometimes. Crowd might not be willing to work with you, right? So what are some things that you do to get everybody pumped up?
I mean, yeah, like you said, sometimes it can be tough, but my band and I have such like a great like gel relationship where it's like, whether or not it's 3,000 people or 300 people or 30 people, it's like we're going out
Hmm.
there having fun because we love what we do. So it's easy to have fun and just be high energy because we're going out there, we're playing music for people, and it's like I wouldn't want to do anything other than that. So
Yeah.
I'm running around on stage and just doing whatever. And I was talking to somebody earlier where it's like we had just played in New Brunswick this past weekend, and I'm like, man, we played an hour and a half set, and it's like you blink and it's over. It's like
Yeah.
George Springer talking about when he hit that home run, where it was like he doesn't even remember it. It's like all the adrenaline rushes to you, and you don't, like, you're almost on autopilot, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet you it feels like 10 seconds when you're on the stage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you probably want to go for longer too.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. It depends how many shows after, but yeah.
And so you're in New Brunswick. How did that happen?
Yeah. So I reach out. I do all my bookings myself. So I've been reaching out to different provinces, even into the States, and we
Wow.
played the WAC Festival last year, and lucky enough to come back and do it again. And it's just fantastic over there. There's like, I don't know how many thousand people show up to this like small town in New Brunswick. So everybody's so like tight knit, and they're there specifically for the music, which is great. Like everybody's got like your undivided attention on you, which is a lot of fun. Like everybody that I met there is so nice, and I'm a big seafood guy, so I'll never
Oh,
complain about
good.
Ghost.
What did you have while you were there?
Oh, lobster roll.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
a go-to. Hopefully not at like Red Lobster. You went somewhere local.
Yeah. No, I don't. I don't. That would be a sin if you go to the East Coast and go to Red Lobster.
Yeah. Yeah. They probably don't even have them there.
No.
Banned. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's really cool. And did you realize like or know going into this that sales would be such a big part of your business?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's a business.
Hmm.
Especially as an independent musician, like you're really selling yourself more than anything, like in your music.
Hmm.
So there are a lot of things that go behind it, right? Like the image, the social media presence. Like there's a whole bunch of pieces of the pie that you got to sell, and it's a lot more complicated than just being like, "Hey, can I play?" Because I like music,
Yeah. Yeah. Could you walk
right?
us through that? Like for other musicians that are looking to land a gig, like how do you go about doing that? Like what's the first step?
Yeah. So like what I did was really like spending like, so long story short, started playing in the bars at like 14, um, kind of building a resume, I guess, or
Hmm.
industry EPK, electronic press kit. That's going to be your best friend when booking gigs, is getting a kit that has all your music, like all photos, stuff like that. So you can basically give to promoters and be like, this is what I've done. This is what I can do. Um, Here's the songs I play, the style, length of set. It's really like just a big, like, it's a big resume, honestly, and what you're showing them. And that's what I've been doing, and building it slowly over the years, and uh, just reaching out to festivals and showing them this. And
There's a lot of cold outreach.
yeah, 1,000%. Yeah. Cold calls, calling the fair office staff, like going on the website and finding people's first names, last names, Facebook, stalking. You got to do everything, honestly, just to do this. When you don't have the booking agencies or stuff like that, it's, you know, it's
It's all
doggy.
you.
Yeah.
Wow. Any advice for somebody looking to get into this field? Or things you wish you would have known?
I wish I would have known just like how much work has to go into it, because you think it's just music, and it's music is like 10%.
Yeah.
of music. There's so much more that I have to learn, and I feel like I've learned a lot over the past few years, which is kind of scary. But there's there's so many things that go into it. Like we talked about all the business end, but
Mm-hmm.
like to somebody younger, just like putting your head down and doing it. I think for the first few years, like really honing your craft musically and getting that part to a point where you're comfortable enough to actually start building the business pieces around it. Like with a restaurant, like you build your menu out and then you open the doors and then you let people come in. That's
Mm-hmm.
kind of how.
Did you find it difficult at first, like putting yourself out there, building your brand, talking about who you are? Like, was that nerve-wracking, or was it something you were easily able to do? Because it can be tough. It's tough for people to sell themselves, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I still deal with it today. Like I sometimes like last weekend we're calling the US border or whatever. Like I'm like, oh, what do I do? Like I get nervous when I'm on the phone sometimes. It's like it's never gonna go away. You just do it more and more. You get more comfortable with it. And even like when I was a kid, like I was afraid to go on stage to sing. And now it's like I'm jumping backstage, like ready to get on.
Ready to go.
It's just something that like I don't know. It happened with time and with the love of the game. It's something that's changed.
Yeah, and if I could find, like, for me to go on stage and perform, I know I'm not talented, so that would be like extremely nerve-wracking. But I could picture it if I knew I had a talent, being able to go on stage, I'd be like, I got this. Like,
Yeah. I don't feel like I could ever public speak. Like I don't think I could get up on stage and do like a seminar or something like that. Like I'd be like,
Yeah. Yeah, but you're in almost a different mindset when you're performing musically on stage, right? So that's huge. Last question for you: where do you see country music going? As you had mentioned, it's changing. It's becoming more pop based. A lot of independent artists out there now, like yourself. Do you see country gaining popularity, changing in the future? What are your thoughts based on being in the industry?
I mean, it's tough to say because there was such a big spike in the last decade where it was second to pop, rock, whatever, and it blew up. So, I mean, I'd like to say it's going to keep going up and up and up and getting more and more popular, and that very well might be the case. But I think, like, stylistically, there are a lot of things that are changing where you're seeing a lot of, I don't know how familiar you are with, like, country music artists, but, like, Sam Barber, there are a lot of, like, more grassroots, like, folk, kind of grunge artists coming out in the country scene than there are, like, people that are mixing, like, the pop stuff. Like, Sam Barber and Zach Bryan have really made that kind of the new lane. So that's kind of cool to see. I mean, that's not really my cup of tea, but it's nice to see something different other than, the past kings of country music over the last 30 years. Like there's new people coming to the scene, which is nice. And yeah, other than that, like it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. And like you said, for the independent artists, like they have more opportunity now than ever with TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, like everything you could possibly need to get famous, really, other than funding or, the ability to play shows wherever or open or do that. Like it's at your fingertips. Like posting reels, getting all the traction on social media is the new way now. And I know that that's a lot what labels are looking for now is the social numbers. It needs to be in the thousands, not the hundreds. Stuff like that. Like it's changing very rapidly year over year.
100%. Sorry, I lied. Last question. Where can those that are living in Windsor, Essex see you perform next? What do you got coming up?
I'll actually be at Cosmos in Caesars Windsor this Friday.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that one was a little last minute gig booking. So that was nice. And then we're going to be in Chatham on the 14th before we head out west to we got a rodeo in Idaho. We're playing 3 days. So
wow.
we're booking it in the RV, and we're heading out to the road for like 10 days. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it'll be dope.
That's got to be like a really cool trip coming up.
Yeah, I love it. Over this last like month, I've traveled in like 10 states that I've never visited before, which is great because I'm
Good
like
for you.
that like I have the map where I scratch off everything, and I'm like, my goal is to visit every state and every
Yes.
province. And I'm close with the provinces. I just haven't been to Newfoundland, and I have not been to PEI.
Okay. Well, soon you'll be performing there before you know it. So
hopefully.
awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, Carson, and good to get to know you more. And for those that are interested in learning more about you, they can check you out on, I imagine, every social platform.
Yeah, for sure. Every social media platform, my website, everything will just be under Carson Janik.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, man. Wishing you all the best, and can't wait to check out your music some more.